Thank you very much, Jeff and Coach Garcia. Putnam City North is in the white uniforms and the red numerals, and Edmond Santa Fe in the green numerals. And you're right, Edmond Santa Fe has defeated Putnam North twice this season. And Putnam North gets the opening tip and then bobbles it out of bounds. So Santa Fe will get the first crack at it. And I would agree with Coach Garcia, Rod Thompson, that it's the front line of Putnam North against the athleticism of Edmond Santa Fe.
You're exactly right. Putnam North is going to rely on that speed and quickness, as you see right there, really hawking the ball. They're going to try to shoot in those passing lanes and really try to let their athleticism take over this game.
These guys can rebound, shoot the three, and that guy's right there. You talked about him, Obi Manello.
And only a junior, and he has some state tournament experience and just an all-around great player, big body, can shoot the three and get to the basket. He's the leader of this team.
Santa Fe into the state tournament for the second straight year, and all 5 starters are juniors. So you'd like to think, well, some think they might be a year away. Ray Hilliard gets North on the board, and the Panthers have cut it to 1.
You see North, they're going to be aggressive, really attack, to get to the basket and kiss it off the glass.
This is Haymaker, Drew Haymaker, and Putnam North comes away, collecting the rebound and a chance to take the lead for the first time. 3 ball, wow, zip the nets for Bradford.
And that's Bradford. He shoot threes the way he throw that football. Big quarterback,
no
very
kidding.
athletic, plays a lot of different sports, can shoot the three, jumps really well.
He's not afraid of the contact. He's a guy that can shoot outside, or as you say, playing quarterback. Can bang it inside for Kai Hardacre. You saw him there. He's the head coach of Edmond Santa Fe. On the move again, Manello. What a pass. Nice pass in to Haymaker.
And there's Manello getting along that baseline, elevating up and finding the cutter for the fin. He draws so much attention on the offensive end.
So they've traded triples and twos, and it's 5 up. Bradford's shot won't go, and the rebound collected by Haymaker. And out front is Chance Hardacre, number 15, off to Haymaker, and 32 is Manello. We've seen him. Number 11 is Andy Shaw, one of their guards. And Hardacre, who's the coach's son. Nice feed inside. And the foul to the line will be Epe Udo.
Epe Udo right there, the big guy down inside at 6'9". He's a junior. And he's going to work for a position. Sam Bradford has a real tough matchup against him. They're going to have to give him strong help on the big guys. You take a look at Guy Hardacre right there.
Edmond Santa Fe, 64% from the line this season. Not bad. And Udo a little less at 61%, misses them both. And the rebound grabbed by Josh Britt, who committed the foul.
Talked about both of these teams very familiar with each other. And Santa Fe coming up with 2 big wins.
That is a deuce. Wouldn't go for Britt. And look at Santa Fe on the run. Manello.
Showing his moves right there. Nice little spin, can really handle the ball.
Hardacre for 3. Tipped by Bradford, controlled by Bradford. This Edmond Santa Fe team with 5 juniors had 4 play AAU ball together last summer. How much do you think that might have helped them?
Oh, it benefits all of them. A lot of these guys play for Athletes First out of Oklahoma City, and real familiar. You play against the top competition, so seeing some great basketball.
Putnam North. I might have glanced off Bradford, but saving it from going out of bounds is Udo. And Santa Fe with a chance to regain the lead. Manello is off. Nice feed inside, and Haymaker didn't waste any time with it.
And there you see him draw 3 defenders that time, trying to get to the basket. This is over to Haymaker, and hey, I know Haymaker and other guys love to play with Manello. He'll make you look good.
Well, and you look at his numbers, 16 points, 7 rebounds, but he has 86 assists to lead the team. Not bad for a forward. Slash to the basket by Hilliard, who's a returning starter on this team from a year ago. And the possession arrow goes the other way, so Santa Fe. There's Bill Robertson in his 20th year at high school coaching, over 300 victories, 332. This is Putnam North's 11th state tournament appearance, and they really have not fared well. 3-11. Manello for a 2.
And how about that pull-up off the dribble right there, come off the screen, elevate up, quick release, able to knock that down, and just showing you his all-around skills. And this state tournament has some great players that going to be making some noise on the major college level.
Santa Fe out of the Metro Conference, where 4 state-ranked teams are in that conference. They're trying to open up a margin, a wide margin here, at least some breathing room midway first quarter. That's a 2, no, or a 3 rather. However, offensive rebound for Udo.
Udo right there using those long arms, able to get up and get a reset for Edmond Santa Fe.
And that's a 3. And the quickness of Tyree Scott, who's one of the guards, brings it up. Tyree's a guy that will control this Putnam North offense, 20 a game.
Yes, there's Bradford. That 3, he can shoot that little setup 3. Not able to get him to go down. Edmond Santa Fe really controlling on the defensive end right now, not allowing Putnam City to really use their quickness and penetrate. Putnam City North trying to rely on those 3-point shots.
And the Panthers, after hitting their first 2 shots, have now missed their last 3, but Santa Fe hasn't been able to take much advantage of it themselves. Manello from the corner. Oh, he got robbed. How did that stay out?
Couldn't get that one to go.
Ray Hilliard pushes it. Doesn't have the numbers and will hold it up with 3 minutes to play, opening quarter. From the Mabee Center on the campus of Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, opening round of the 6A boys action between number 2 Edmond Santa Fe in the green and number 4 ranked Putnam City North with the basketball. A record of 18-7 on the year. What a move that was by Scott.
And that's what Scott can do right there. The little guard. When you look at Scott, only 5'11", 170 pounds, but Don Lee 6'8" in steals and assists. You know, average right around 20 points a game. A real athletic player, and they need him to get rolling for Putnam City North.
He's their leading scorer on the year. There's a 3 ball, and it skips off. However, Udo is working the boards pretty good at 6'9". Nice give and go. And the foul. Chance Hardacre goes to the line.
Good cut by Hardacre that time. Caught his defender asleep. Was able to cut to the basket. A nice finish with the left hand. A lot of times when you play that pressure defense, you have to be really sound and have strong help a lot of times, or you'll get beat back door.
And he did indeed get beat back door. And Hardacre, a 64% free throw shooter, collects 3rd point on the play, and Santa Fe with a 5-point advantage. Earlier 6A games went down to the wire, and you'd think this one pretty much be the same. Tyree Scott, number 23, against Johnny Young, number 23, who's into the game for Edmond Santa Fe. Nice move, and Bradford couldn't control the rebound, but Putnam still has it.
And he showed you that's what he can do. Even though he didn't finish, he's pretty hard to keep away from the basket. Getting that penetration and elevating up, can really jump for his size.
He's got good feet too, and I think part of that's the fact that he is a quarterback, but he's pretty agile inside. Foul on 41, that's Brandy Mays for Edmond Santa Fe. He's checked in, and that's a block, but another foul. So they'll call this one on, I believe, Andy Shaw, number 11.
Putnam City North showing you why they give so many teams fit with their quickness. Trying to finish with the left hand in there, but they're so good off the dribble and can be very streaky. They can get on a roll. And I remember we had them doing the Jinx tournament down there, and they had a 3rd quarter, I think, where they had like 17, 18 straight points, and you know they were just unconscious with their quickness getting to the basket. So real important. Edmond Santa Fe has kind of done a job so far in this 1st quarter.
Putnam North taking that Jinx tournament. These 2 teams have been involved in some big-time tournaments this year, and that has helped them get to this point, the opening round of the 6A tournament. Santa Fe beat Putnam North 2 times this season. That's a 3. Give it to him.
And a big adjustment right there by Edmond Santa Fe. Putnam City North went to the zone. Manello was aware of it, reversing the ball and able to knock down the 3-point shot.
12-2 run over the last 5.5 minutes for the Wolves of Edmond Santa Fe. They lead by 8. And Putnam North has gone ice cold. 3 of 8 here in the 1st quarter. Putnam North, winners of 14 of their last 16. Edmond Santa Fe, only winners of 3 of their last 5. They stumbled a bit in the postseason. that got here, and Johnny Young does it again. He's off the bench and lighting it up, and Santa Fe leads 18-7.
Santa Fe with good ball movement again, wide open looks and able to knock them down. Been the difference.
So Johnny Young with back-to-back threes, and Putnam North needs something good to happen to them here before the end of the first quarter. And it's not going to happen. Steal by Manello.
Oh, nice look right there by Manello, hitting Udo that time for the finish.
The Wolves have come out rather angry out of their den from Edmond Santa Fe, and they lead Putnam North 20-7, and Bradford gets it at the other end. And they needed it. He's got 5 of their 9 points to close out the first quarter. Edmond Santa Fe 20, Putnam City North 9, and that takes care of the opening quarter for Championship Madness here on the Cox Channel. Back to the Mabee Center. Don King along with Rod Thompson, our producer Jeff Dunn. Welcome to Ford Championship Madness. And so far it hasn't disappointed any of us in the 6A boys action, where the first 2 games went down to the wire. Midwest City knocking off Owasso 52-49 in overtime, and then Bartlesville holding off Moore by 3 points at the end of that game. Here we start the second quarter, and there you see the shooting. The Wolves have looked pretty good and lead 20-9. And are led in the game by Johnny Young's 2 threes off the bench for 6 points, 5 for Manello and 4 for Drew Haymaker inside. Sam Bradford leads the way for North with 5 points. And we've got a foul at the baseline. This will be the 3rd team foul on Santa Fe.
And you see now the Edmond Santa Fe defense really has stopped this Putnam City North. They're not used to penetrating and not able to get where they want to get right now. So real important to try to run a set and get an easy basket.
Ooh, almost a travel. Corey Rainey into the game for North. He brings it across off to Kenny Brown, who's into the game, and Bradford battling inside. Look at that tip in by Josh Britt.
A nice tip in right there. You see, don't have anything going. Get it to Sam Bradford down inside. He makes a move, and you can get a nice follow-up.
Sometimes when you need some offense, you just got to crash the boards. That'll help you. And another foul. This one on the Panthers. And apparently on that gentleman, Kenny Brown, number 32, just checked in for Coach Robertson. Putnam North won their regional and then their area, and they had to do it on the eastern side of the state. The western side of the state was so strong this year, they had 6 regionals in the Oklahoma City area. Bradford got it, got fouled.
And there you see Bradford doing his work on the rebounding side. He's the guy that last meeting between these 2 teams had 18 points, 9 rebounds. So he controls the boards for Putnam City North.
Foul was on number 21, Udo. So the Panthers trying to get back into this thing early second quarter, trailing by 9. They've had 1 3, and that was by Bradford. This is Britt out front. Kenny Brown in the corner. Off to Bradford. Santa Fe hanging tough, but another offensive rebound by Britt, and again he has closed it to 7.
And there you see Britt, last 2 buckets for Putnam City North. A lot of times when you have your key players that don't step up and get a score, other guys step up. Britt doing it right now.
Manello inside. Nice position by Bradford, no call, and it'll still be the Wolves' ball.
And that's what you talked about early, Don, the size of Edmond Santa Fe. You see tipping the ball around a couple of times and able to keep the possession.
I made it to the state tournament a year ago, got bounced in the first round, but certainly want to come back this year and in their second ever state tournament appearance, make some more noise. And right now they're making it, leading by 7. And they've got the ball on the carom by Haymaker. The outlet to Manello at 6'5". This guy can play. Udo missed it inside, and here comes Putnam North.
Udo may have got bumped that time. Putnam North coming back. And that's what they do.
Back they did. Rainey with the 3.
And that's their game right there. Really pushing the ball, getting baskets in transition. Edmond Santa Fe had done a pretty good job of containing them in transition. But now you see the explosion. They push the ball up the court, get a wide open look. One of the best times to get a 3-point shot is in transition.
We talked about Putnam North and how they got to the state tournament. They did so by hosting their own tournament, beat Sand Springs easily, and then beat Union by 8 to get to the area championship where they beat Owasso. So look at the Panthers and how they've gotten back into this thing in the second quarter.
And they really stepped it up, down inside. There you see Bradford, when you need a basket, he can get one down there, now the miss, and Britt right there with the follow. You know, the shot's inside, and here you see him again, missed the shot. Now watch him attack the basket and put it back in. Need those second chance points. You knew the Panthers would wake up before too long and show their explosiveness and quickness.
Well, these two teams, when they played each other, and you see North on the 9-0 run here in just over 3 minutes, when they played each other, Edmond North beat Putnam North, or Edmond Santa Fe, excuse me, beat Putnam North by 8 points January 4th, and then won at Putnam City in overtime by 6. So both games very close, and this one should be as we continue, and we'll go the other way.
And you see really being aggressive now. It's amazing what a couple of baskets do, Don. I remember playing, you score a couple of baskets, boy, you can D anybody up. And now you see the energy of Putnam City North coming back, but you knew 2 good teams, you're going to be some runs.
Scott off to Kenny Brown, and Bradford been rather silent since 2 baskets early. That's a 3, a rainbow, and gold at the end of it on the 3 by Tyree Scott. He's a 46% shooter from beyond the arc.
Scott, he scores all kind of ways with his quickness, and there you see the 3-point shot.
Manello, oh, they're going to call the foul. I thought he just slipped down.
Yeah, I thought he slipped on that one too. The wet spot right there on the floor.
Second on number 32, Kenny Brown.
Coach Bill Robertson thought he
slipped
the
same
too.
Thing. Well,
he hit his foot.
Yep.
Guess Manello said, I'm not just going to fall down there.
4 team fouls for each squad. 9-point lead is evaporated to 1. Santa Fe goes back to work, and why not? When you got guys like Udo and Manello, you can go inside and take advantage of that height.
You definitely do, and I think you got to look at Bradford, maybe trying to front him and getting some strong side help. If Udo can catch it down there that low, it's going to be pretty tough to handle.
That's off on the 3 and rebounded by Udo, who averages 8 a game, 8 boards a game to lead the team. And Manello splits the defenders and draws the personal foul.
You see him always attacking the basket. Said real strong, taking a look. Watch him split through 2 defenders right there. See a little crease. Gets bumped and still gets that ball to try to get a 3-point play. That just shows you how strong he is. That's 6'5", the junior.
And Brown steps off with 3 personals. He comes off the bench and immediately gets whistled 3 times, and so Joel Farmer, number 31, 6'3" senior, will check in for him. No shot clock, obviously, in the high school game, so you can work for a good shot, and we're midway through the first quarter. Both teams traded 3s early.
And you see Bradford now trying to front. Oh, he got caught behind again, but he'll let him catch it out there.
3-pointer, no. Santa Fe jumped out to a 9-point lead, or an 11-point lead at the one period, but as you see, Putnam North has come back with a 10-2 run here in the second period. They got a chance to crawl even further, if not a three would tie it. There you see the three-pointers. Both teams with three. The Wolves have put quite a few more up, which is kind of surprising. Putnam North has made 139 threes this year in 25 games. That's 5 a game. Bradford got a piece of it. Oh, stolen right back by Young and tipped in by Manello, rather.
There you see right there, going up strong, missing. Keeps that one hand up in there and tipping back in.
Got pogo stick. So instead of Putnam North trying to tie the game, they're down 5, and that one's well off.
Bradford leaning, and Edmond Santa Fe has been keeping these numbers.
Nice look, and the nice touch by Hardaker.
And a good pull-up right there. Nobody picked him up. You always teach, hey, keep going to the basket if someone stops you. No one stopped him. He stopped, pull up, knock down that medium-range jump shot. Great decision by Hardaker.
Nice feed inside. Offensive foul, though, on Britt. That's his second personal. And the Wolf fans agree, and the Putnam North fans don't.
I don't know if they recognize, but the big guy for Edmond Santa Fe, Udo, is down, and he's at the end of the court. I guess he took a hard hit. And they have a trainer over watching him.
Epe Udo in some pain, there you see at the top of near the top of your screen on the railing. 6'9" juniors, played in all 26 games, averaging 12 points, 8 rebounds. And again, we talked about the great AAU squad that Oklahoma had this last year, and he was a big part of that, as was this guy bringing it up, Hardaker, who gets it swiped. Nice tip by Rainey. Rainey's the one that came away with that big three to start the second period and start the run. He gets this poke away, and Hilliard has it for Putnam North.
And they missed him a couple times. He was wide open right there on the break and then had a wide open three.
Nice pass inside. Couldn't use the left hand, and it cost him. Let's see if Haymaker can hit that.
He can make that. Big guy has a nice little shooting touch. Good looking transition, and it's just the opposite. You figure Putnam City will be out pushing the ball, but Edmond Santa Fe has done the job defensively. Now they're pushing and running their break.
So Santa Fe has controlled things. Obviously lead by 9.
Take a look at the block right there. Nice, just keeping his hands up. And that's something you try to teach, especially tall players. Now you see the push. Gets a block, reward the big fella. Don, reward him when he gets a block. And he shows you a nice little touch. But on that block right there, keeping his hands up. He didn't bring them down, didn't try to swat, just kept his hands up, kept them extended, jumped up, and came away with a clean block.
And you saw the shot by the Putnam North player at the other end. He wasn't really square to the basket very well. And I don't know that high school players understand that. That, boy, your percentage of getting the ball in the net is a lot higher when you can square up to the basket.
Yeah, you have to square up, and he's giving up a height advantage, so he has to make sure he gets his body up against a taller defender that time and wasn't able to do it. Edmond Santa Fe now a little half-court trap, giving Putnam City North a different look.
Well, we've got you up by 8. Now we're going to try to strangle you here in the last minute 40 of the first half. Oh, Hardaker works the call. And apparently it glanced off Bradford. So down to a minute 30 remaining. We told you how Putnam North got here. Edmond Santa Fe had their own regional as well. They took care of Putnam City West by 16, then beat Norman by 19, then got to the area and beat Santa Fe by 24.
There you see Bradley's athleticism, Bradford's athleticism, on the other end, getting the block shot, then running the floor. And able to pick up the foul.
beg your pardon, Santa Fe went through their regional, I should say, and then got beat by Midwest City by 1, and then had to come back and beat Lawton Eisenhower to get to the state tournament, and they did it, winning by 23. So Bradford's at the line. I'm sure you had to do it both ways, Rod, when you played at Beggs. Advance all the way through without a loss, and then feel that pressure when you do lose one that you can't lose another one.
You're exactly right. You lose that one, you got to get it done. You always want that little cushion.
Bradford leads Putnam North with 7 points.
Putnam North with a little full court trap. Look how he handles the ball right there.
That was pretty. Down to a minute to go. First half. It's Manello. Bang.
You can't leave him open, ready to catch and shoot the ball. He doesn't think about it. Rhythm shooter right there, just catching it and letting it go.
He's got 10 to lead all scorers. Tipped away by Johnny Young. That might have been partially blocked by Bradford.
A little too fancy with that one.
Yep. Nice outlet by Bradford off to Tyree Scott.
That's what he can do right there. That's what he can do. Let's see if they'll count that. They count the basket that time, and that's where he excels in that open court, using his quickness. Able to get to the line and finish.
He leads them in a lot of categories for the Panthers. And you're right, he's the guy that could really control this offense. Look, get going.
Loose ball right here, and watch they get it out to him. And in the open court, this is where he excels. Watch a little inside-out dribble. Matter of fact, 2 of them goes up, takes the contact, good body control. Tyree Scott.
Best free throw shooter on the team at 80%, and he couldn't convert. But Edmond Santa Fe got the rebound and then stepped on the inline, so North gets another crack at it with 24 seconds remaining before half. Hilliard inside.
That shows you their athletic ability. Hilliard. You know, a lot of these guys, this team really got better. A lot of these guys were on the football field most of the year. Getting beat in the semifinals by Jinx. And a lot of those guys came back and really started getting into basketball shape.
Down to 4 seconds. That'll count. Oh, it's a 2. Wow, what a way to end the first half. And Johnny Young's been big. 8 points off the bench. And it's an 8-point advantage for Santa Fe as they go to the locker room, leading Putnam North, number 4 in the state, 33-25. Don King, Rod Thompson, and our producer Jeff Dunn sending it back to Jeff Metters in the studio. Eight, Rod Thompson, what do the Panthers need to do to get into this thing?
Well, they got to get back to their game plan and really get to pushing the ball. Edmond Santa Fe really limited their transition baskets, so that made a big difference. That's the way they like to play. You know, as you take a look at some of these highlights from the first half, and you'll see it's championship madness, and it was a Manello show early. There you see right off the dribble going up. And watch the nice dish to his big fella with the finish down the lane. They really pushed the ball in the attack and really crashed the board. And at the buzzer, getting a big shot to get some more momentum going into halftime was key. In Putnam City North, they started to get the ball down inside. Britt with the nice finish. Josh Britt with the finish inside. And there you see the athletic ability right there of Ray Hilliard, showing the way they can do it, really slash and get into the basket. So they have to do a little more of that to get back in this ball game.
You think she's tired now? Wait till Saturday night about this time. Let's take a look at the individual or some of the team numbers.
Look at these numbers. Field goal percentage, hey, knotted up right there. 3.4 of 12. You know, Edmond Santa Fe shooting more than half more, and you look at the free throws. Not many free throws taken in this game. Rebounds, they're really right there at the average, but turnovers, 2 and 7. And Putnam City North, they really strive on their turnovers. A lot of times their defense generates their offense, but Edmond Santa Fe has been successful of keeping them out of what they want to do.
Sometimes you get a feeling, Rod Thompson, that the way the first 2 games went in 6A, that it's just going to be a dogfight to win the gold ball this year. And stamina is so important to play 3 games in 3 days, especially when you're going to have to battle down to the wire all 3 days.
And it really is. And talking to coaches, that's why most of them talk about execution is going to be key. You know, some teams are going to be a little more athletic, but when you talk about playing 3 straight games at a high intensity level and knowing what's at stake, it really drains you. So execution is going to be important for teams that's going to make it to the championship.
I'm already dehydrated. Dan Pinner is here on our Cox crew. He's already got the Powerade working. Guys got the water in the truck. Rod and I we're down for the count, man, and we haven't even gotten through tonight. Second half, we're underway. Hope you're enjoying Ford Championship Madness, and it has been a lot of fun. It's wall-to-wall basketball from Oklahoma City to Tulsa. We're taking you all the way to the state championships on Saturday. Down is Josh Britt, out to Scott. Not that time, but Britt will give him another opportunity. He's been pretty big on the boards.
He's really stepped up big, and look at Bradford getting up strong.
But again, Britt doesn't square up to the basket. Had a wide open shot and couldn't square up. And so Santa Fe gets the ball back.
You take a look, didn't square up that time, and watch Bradford coming to your screen, trying to go up and going over the back. You know, a lot of times they're not squaring up, Don. That's a good point because you have shot blockers. But the one thing you always have to learn when you have a shot blocker, you have to square up and go right at him. If you don't square up and try to get it around him, usually, you know, when you have somebody like Uday with those long arms, he can reach out, block, or alter a lot of those shots.
Wiping off the ball, we're ready to go. And the Panthers apply some pressure in the backcourt, as you see. These two squads met each other twice this year.
Be ready, baby, let's go.
And out front is Manello. What an athlete. Second team to the Oklahoma City All-Metro team a year ago. And All-Tournament team as well. And a timeout has to be called. Coach Hardacre at Edmond Santa Fe, he went through some tough times last year. There were some people at Edmond that really wanted his scout, but he was able to work through all that and get them, believe it or not, to the state tournament. And lo and behold, here they are again. Final game of the Oklahoma Ford Dealers Turnpike Hockey Series comes up Friday, March 18th. Don't miss your last opportunity this season to see the Blazers and the Oilers battle it out on the Cox channel. Puck will drop at 7:35 next Friday. And the legendary John Brooks making the call on the Cox channel. We're going to have a little function for Brooksy next week. He's retiring after 27 years as the voice of hockey in Oklahoma. So that will be fun next week. Out front is Andy Shaw, looking for his first points. Off to Haymaker, to Hardacre. And Chance lets the 3 go.
Better job in the second half of Putnam City, boxing out and getting the rebound.
Britt, nice move. Had the backboard block that one, and a nice save by Udo. And nice to see him back in the game and doing okay after he took a spill in the second quarter. And he draws the foul and will go to the line.
Help side was just a little slow that time by Britt. As we said, Bradford does a better job of fronting Big Udo down inside. You take a look. He tries to get around him. Help side has to hurry up and get there a little late, still moving, and picking up the blocking foul.
Third foul on Bradford. And Udo, a 61% free throw shooter, but he's 0 for 3 today. Santa Fe 0 for 4. Santa Fe with their 4 losses this year at Putnam City by 10 to Oklahoma City Southeast, who's the 5A reigning champion. But they then rattled off 16 wins in a row. Panthers battling tough inside, and a foul will be called. And they'll call this one on Santa Fe. And it'll be Hardacre, his third.
Britt and Bradford keeping that ball alive down inside. They're giving up some major height advantage down there, but they're really scrapping and doing a better job in this second half.
Putnam North just can't seem to get any offensive rhythm going, can they?
You're exactly right. They don't have that rhythm. They really excel in pushing the ball. And Edmond Santa Fe has done the job.
So they try to push it inside, trying to crash the glass and can't do it, and Udo cleans it for him. And Santa Fe on the run out. Nice layup from Shaw and a nice pass from Hardacre.
And that was a great pass, a little one-hand pass. ahead of the defense. Hit him in stride. It was like a football player. Hit him in stride and knocked it down.
Well, these two schools can play some football. Obviously, both making it to the semifinals this past football season. That one's blocked by Udo. Recovered by Manello. He doesn't have the advantage, or you wouldn't think, and Santa Fe still has it.
That's what you're talking about, that block shot right there. You got to take it right at Udo. If you take it around him or anywhere else, he's going to extend those long arms and do what he just did, send it back to you.
Santa Fe, the only team to beat Putnam City this year. Udo, who missed a Putnam City game with a dislocated shoulder. What a shot by Johnny Young. He's off the bench with 10 points. He's got 10, Manello's got 10, and Santa Fe's got the biggest lead of the game at 13.
And Young has to love Udo that time. He gets a lot of open looks. When it goes down inside, they have to go down and help. You see Udo, he's having to step out and guard Hilliard, the little guard.
Bradford. And you can tell North is a little dejected right now.
Yeah, a little out of that rhythm and
Let's go work.
not really getting anything going, and need to get some stops. Good catch right there by the official. Got to get some stops on the defensive end.
Let's go work.
That allows them to be able to run.
And Coach Garcia said it. Said the first 4 minutes are usually pretty tough for a team to come back. And right now North is trying to do just that, and they got robbed on that as you see the turnovers. Manello, what a nice move that was. Every loose ball seems to be going Santa Fe's way. Shaw penetrates, and the floater over Bradford.
And they're feeling it, just looking rhythm right now. Coach Robinson going to call the timeout to really talk it over.
It's been a game of runs, and Putnam North needs one midway through the third quarter here on Ford Championship Madness. Glad you're with us from the Mabee Center on the Cox Channel, and we've got baseball coming your way. March 22nd, first college baseball game that we'll have for you in Wichita State. And Coach Gene Stevenson traveling to Tulsa to take on Rob Walton's Golden Eagles. Catch the live action beginning at 7. That's on March 22nd. You're home for live local sports.
Here inside the huddle. Right there, a lot of action going on.
Along with our producer Jeff Dunn tonight, Mike Davis directing, Don King, Rod Thompson, Sean Moran handling the statistical numbers. Let's take a look at some of the action offensively.
Now you see offense. Now you see the outlet. Now watch the pass. One dribble, hit him on the money, caught him in stride, didn't even have to put it on the floor. Now you see the nice look outside. He's been able to knock down those three-point shots. Udo doing a good job of crashing the boards, but even a better job of passing the basketball out of the post.
So when North climbed back in it to start this quarter, Santa Fe goes on a 9-0 run. And midway through the third quarter, North needs some points. They just can't get it. They are really having a tough day shooting. And this third quarter has been no different. 10 rebounds now for the Santa Fe player, Udo. Nice pass there, Britt!
And there you go. That's what Putnam City North has to do. They have to speed this game up. If it be getting in the press or picking up full court, they have to run some traps, but they sell best when they really push the ball.
And it's kind of surprising because you think that would be an advantage for Santa Fe with those two guys, Manello and Udo.
Look at Udo. He gets it down there. You can forget about it. You got to front him. You can't let him catch it that low. You're either going to foul him and he's going to score.
He's got 6 points. He's very active inside.
Those long arms just extend out.
And Putnam North came into this game averaging 73 a game, and that's the kind of game it's been for them as Bradford misses the front court shot. And 3 minutes to go. Third quarter. And everything dropping from Manello and the Wolves of Edmond Santa Fe.
There you see pushing it in transition, moving the ball around. Manello ready to shoot the ball. They've extended this lead.
Number 2, Edmond Santa Fe putting it on the Panthers, who are ranked 4th. Putnam North needs a run. And Scott can't even get it to go. He's one guy that was pretty good in the first half.
Go!
Udo just fought off the double team.
He got numbers again.
However, Scott gets the tip, gets the lay-in.
He'll get the finish right here, and he'll pick up full. They need those wide open layups.
Let's go.
Get back in this game.
Make them handle.
Again, North averaging 73 points a game, and they're stuck on 29. So they're not going to get there.
And Edmond Santa Fe, they've shown you they can run the ball, or they can set up their offense. Real effective when you got Uday inside.
Tipped away, though, by Scott. He's the guy that's going to try and bring it back. 18-footer.
Got numbers again. They've had numbers.
They take advantage of Haymaker, but
both teams a little out of gas
They
right
are,
now.
aren't
Need
they?
a break.
well, they need another minute 30, and then they'll get one. Scott trying to, errant pass and right into the gut of Haymaker. And Santa Fe, they say we're not going to work for a shot. Let's just throw it up. And Shaw drills a three. He's got 7 points all in this quarter. And now Coach Robertson needs a full timeout, or his team is going to get blown out here with a minute 12 left in the third.
You hear coaches talk all the time, penetrating pitch. And Edmond Santa Fe giving us a clinic on that, pushing the ball in transition, getting in the lane, kicking out, being unselfish. I think if you were that wide open, Don, you can knock down a couple of those threes. You look at the offense, Manello, inside out that time. He's ready to shoot the ball, and he got his guns out. Now you see the nice steal right there. And going up and finished by Scott, getting in the passing lane. So both ways, and when you think about Edmond Santa Fe, they've really got it done. 8 out of 18 from three-point range, and most of those have been wide open looks.
8 out of 18, that's pretty good shooting.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
pretty
Wolves.
good shooting.
Real good. That's nearly, obviously, as you well know, nearly 50%, and they are a pretty good shooting team, but not nearly what Putnam North has done this year at 41% on the year and 139 trays and only 3 today.
And you talk about Edmond Santa Fe, and some would say they have a bit of advantage. They played in the Tournament of Champions, and I saw them play a couple times. They didn't shoot the ball extremely well, but really familiar with the court, and hey, looked like it paid off playing that Tournament of Champions. They're shooting the ball well this time.
Must have paid off for Bartlesville. They won earlier in the opening round. They'll play Midwest City in the semifinal. And then the other semifinal in 6A is the winner of this game against either Putnam City or Edmond North. That game to follow. Rebounded by Santa Fe. Brandy Mays gets on the board. They're all shooting lights out.
Another three. Good ball movement that time, but you know, when you look at this defense and when you have Uday and you have the big guys inside for Edmond Santa Fe, you don't penetrate as much as you would like to because you know you got the big guys down inside.
They've got 13 points off the bench today, and Shaw's on the run. Scott couldn't impede it. And Shaw again with 9 points. The match is average, all in the third period. And it's trouble city for Putnam North as we wind down the third period. They just can't get a thing to fall. And it is Edmond Santa Fe with the big run here in the third period. And they couldn't get that one to go, but they don't need it. They lead 53-29 with under a second left here in the third.
When you have the shooters, you can get on a roll like that. Start knocking down some shots.
So the number 2 Wolves will try and close out the fourth quarter and look forward to the winner of the next game. You're watching Ford Championship Madness from the Mabee Center here on your Cox channel. Let's take a look at some of the three-point action that the Wolves.
And it's been raining threes. There you see the penetrating pitch, open looks, ball reversal, knock down another three. Hey, they've been shooting it well. And you're looking at third quarter scoring, Edmond Santa Fe with 20, Putnam City North only with 4.
Tough third quarter, and that'll help. Josh Britt with a basket. He'll go to the line.
You take a look, watch a nice move, a little rip through, gets to the baseline, goes up, elevates, finishes that shot, takes the hit on the arm. You need plays like that to get back in this game.
I got 9 points in the first quarter, came up with 16 in the second quarter to get back in it when they trailed by 8 at halftime, but boy, they got bounced in that third quarter, 20-4. Britt, though, comes up with the three-point play for his 9th point.
There you see the full court pressure right now. Putnam City North.
Steal the layup.
There he is coming up with the turnover.
Scott might have got away with a push and an intentional foul called on Edmond Santa Fe.
You don't want those kind of fouls right now. Putnam City can be streaky. They can get on a roll. And watch you come up with the steal here.
That's number 4 there on Hardacre. You saw him try to reach out and stop Scott. Tyree missed his only free throw of the day, but again, he leads the team at 80%, one of the best in 6A.
He's just not able to get it go down. And Scott, like you said,
well, you need every one.
You got to have every one of them right now. Perfect opportunity. Could be a 4 or 5 point swing.
Putnam North in their 11th state tournament appearance. Overall 3-11. They've lost in the opening round 8 of the previous 10 times, like they did last season when they lost to eventual state champion Union. And they're down here by 20. Bradford just can't get a thing to drop after he hit his first couple of shots. Britt's, though, active underneath.
And that's what you got to have, easy baskets right now. Keep attacking the offensive glass. The ball in the basket, now come up with defensive stops.
Britt has 11, Scott has 10 to lead Putnam North here late or early in the fourth quarter. And leading Edmond Santa Fe is Manello with 13 and Johnny Young off the bench with 10. And a grab inside.
Take a look down inside, posting up Udo that time, and Britt giving up some size and comes away with the blocking foul.
Britt with his 3rd, or 4th rather. So he's got 4. Hardacre on the Edmond Santa Fe team has 4. Out front, number 33 into the game, Rodney Island. That's a 3. Unbelievable shooting.
And how about that ball movement that time? Reverse the ball. Ready to shoot it. 23. Johnny Young is having an outstanding game, the 6'3" senior.
Sure is. And Tyree Scott drains one. He's got 13. 56-38. 6:20 to go. A foul in the backcourt. There again, and look at the three-pointers. 10 trays on the night for Edmond Santa Fe.
10 of 22.
Wow.
You see they can get on the roll and you shoot that good of a percentage from that range.
They're not number 2 for nothing.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
They're the only team to beat Putnam City, and they'll be eagerly watching this upcoming game between Putnam City and Edmond North.
Get out there.
Nice move by Udo.
Catching it too low. He's too big, too strong down there.
We mentioned the AAU experience these guys had before their junior year. Udo had a triple-double in an AAU game summer before last in Memphis. And that's tough to do in that kind of competition. 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 blocks in a game. 6 minutes to play from the Mabee Center. 58-38, Edmond Santa Fe leading Putnam City North. Well, they finally get one to drop. Josh Britt, he's been pretty good here in the ball game.
He has. Britt has really stepped up, showing his range that time, knocking down the three-point shot.
He's only a junior.
And here comes the ball, Don.
Kicked out of bounds. I don't want it. So Putnam North will get it back. Bill Robertson was the 2001 Oklahoma City Coach of the Year. 20th year in coaching, over 300 wins. There are some guys that coach for a long, long time and never get to taste that state championship game.
Hey, Josh Britt, couple of big threes, and they're trying to fight back in this game.
Showing some pride for the Panthers, who are 18-7 on the season. They've got it to 15. And a foul at half court. Deji Kareem into the game, 5'11" senior guard. He's one of their players off the football team that helped the Panthers to the state semifinals.
And you see his job is just to dog Manello right now.
Manello to Haymaker. Manello gets it back. Well, he has good vision all over the floor. And a foul on the baseline. That will be Putnam North's sixth team foul with 5:05 to play. That's not bad. You could get Edmond Santa Fe into some free throw situations.
You want to continue to be aggressive on the defensive end. You know, Putnam City, they're not going to go away.
Nope. Udo. You wish he'd go away if you're a Putnam City North fan. He's
exactly right. And in teams that have that balance, the inside threat, the outside threat, solid point guards, it's going to be tough to beat.
And that's one thing, Rod, when you scour the rosters and scout these teams, that no matter the class that gets to the state tournament, a lot of them that are successful have an inside-outside guy.
They have that balance that they're able to have and able to knock down shots and get rebounds. So it makes a big difference, especially when you talk about high school basketball, when you can have a 6'8", a 6'9" down inside.
The Panthers started off rather slow. They're coming on, though.
Nice inside out, and Tyrese Scott able to hit that three, and Josh Britt stepped up, knocked down a couple of three-pointers. There you see a second one right there. And primary inside guy, but showing the confidence. Someone needs to step up and make a shot. He's knocking down the three.
That went well off. And last touched by the Wolves. Edmond Santa Fe in football came in, and one of the guys not on this Edmond Santa Fe team was Reggie Smith, who declared his eligibility for OU to play football. Reggie played on the basketball team last year, made the state tournament. They went to the semifinals in football, got beat by Union. Putnam City North got to the semifinals and got beat by Jinx. And Manello is schooling Putnam North. He's got 15, averaging 16.5 on the year.
He handles the ball so well at 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", strong body, stays low, keeps his dribble low. Really tough to stop him.
Bradford got the shot off, but a whistle during the shot, and a foul's going to be called here on Manello. I believe that's his first. Obi Manello. And a thing to keep in mind on this Santa Fe team is that they all 5 starters are juniors.
They plan on being back again next year.
And this Santa Fe, there's Putnam North team, has 3 juniors starting for them.
You see a nice little teardrop by Tyrese Scott over the hands of Udo.
I can see why he averages 20 a game.
Make a pass. High and wide, Johnny.
5'11" senior Tyrese Scott almost getting it done at half court. In fact, he does. He pushes it and gets the turnover. The backcourt violation. And Santa Fe wants a timeout. Coach Hardacre says, I don't like the way this one's flowing right now with 3:25 to go. And Putnam down by 17, but you hit 2 threes back to back, you're down by 11.
Well, he knows the ability. You take a look at Manello, the nice ball handling right here, crossover dribble, going up and a scoop shot with the finish. Now you see Scott right back at him. Watch the teardrop up over the top, the outstretched arms of Udo that time to get that shot down. So 2 talented players, but like you said, Don, you want to call that timeout and get your team back and get the composure back, because you know the how streaky Putnam City North can be. They can get on a roll, make a couple three-point shots, and really push the ball and make a difference in the game. So you want to call that timeout, get your team together, keep their composure. Let them know, be solid on the offensive, defensive end. Still got a lot of game left.
Putnam City North, they were runners-up in 1987 in the state championship. That year they had Player of the Year Mike Maddox, who scored 25 points a game, and he went on to play at the University of Kansas. It was a big part for the Jayhawks. Bradford, who played with Udo and Manello, misses that shot in AAU action. So Sam knows these guys pretty well.
Edmond Santa Fe going to make him out and come out and play some defense.
Go, get out there, Josh.
Well, they didn't have to play much that time.
They didn't.
And that's what you don't want. You don't want those unforced turnovers. You don't want to get lax. Execution is so important when it comes down to the state tournament.
I mentioned that Bill Robertson was Coach of the Year in the Oklahoma City area in 2001. Before that, it was Coach Hardacre in 2000. They're the turnovers. They're even at 9. So both of these coaches have done a nice job with these programs. Robertson for a longer time than Hardacre, even though he is now in his 11th year. And going into this season, had a losing record at Santa Fe. So they stuck with him for quite some time, but he's able to take them to back-to-back state tournaments, and a foul in the backcourt on Hilliard. And that stops the clock, which is what you want.
Well, you talk about a very, very young team. A lot of juniors be coming back next year, so some talented players, and he's really worked hard and weathered that storm and knew that they continue to work hard, they have a chance to be really good. So reaping the benefits. I bet you they love him now.
You bet. He had some problems last year, but worked through it. And Hardacre at the line, his son, a 5'10 junior, has his 6th point and is perfect at the line. So he's got 7 to match his season average. Santa Fe looking for their first ever state championship in basketball. And they'll have to go through #1 Putnam City or Edmond North to have that chance on Saturday night. They've won 2 state championships in their short existence. That one blocked by Udo, and he gets it back from Manello.
Smart job of bringing it out. Didn't have the numbers. Brings it out and going to move the ball.
4 blocks already on the day for Udo. Santa Fe won a state championship in boys soccer in '96 and then in boys track in '97 for their 2 state championships. And to the line is Drew Haymaker, 6'8 junior center. He's played in all 26 games, averaging 6 points a game. And today he's pretty much right at that.
And he's a big key to this team. Defensively does a good job of boxing out and being strong down low. And he can relieve that pressure. You see he can knock down free throws and hit that little 15-foot jump shot. So when you have another big body like that, that's sound offensively and defensively, big part of your offense.
3-pointer wouldn't go for Rainey. And a jump ball called, but will go the other way. Still. Putnam North looking for their first state championship in basketball, and it will probably remain that way after this game. Into next season. They won a state championship in 1980 in boys golf. 91, they won the football championship in 5A. That was the largest class at that time. And then they won 3 straight girls soccer state championships in 2001, 02, and 03. After this game, we'll go back to the studio, get you caught up on scores around the state and what's going on in the other classes, highlights from Oklahoma City if they're available, and certainly have Coach Garcia and Jeff Metters talk about our next game, which will be Putnam City, #1 in the state, up against Edmond North. At the line is Hardacre, with 1:57 remaining.
You see right now, really heavy on the other side. He's looking Udo right there again, getting up and getting the finish, but The state tournament, a lot of teams on the other side of the state, and there's a block.
That's number 5.
You see him bring it out and take his time. Real solid. And you can tell with a lot of these guys, Don, you just look at the maturity on the court from, playing a lot of summer basketball, playing at the highest level. You take a look again at the block. Now, 3-point shot. Extend those arms out, coming away with the block. And then talk about the maturity of these young men. And he said the inside-out combination is really key for Edmond Santa Fe.
Nice hand for 3-year starter Ray Hilliard. Takes a seat with 4 points. And there are the numbers for Manello tonight. Checking in again is Mays, Brandy Mays, 6'3" senior, and apparently Udo is done for the evening.
When you talk about Udo, I remember when he was here at the Tournament of Champions, talking to the coaches, has a grandfather, a great-grandfather, I believe 2 of them that's around a little bit taller than 7 feet.
Is that right?
So he has some room to grow.
Yeah. 3-pointer, bang, give it to Tyree Scott. He's got 18 points tonight. It's going to be well short, though, after his team-high 57th tray of the year. Santa Fe jumped out to an 11-point lead after one period of 20-9. Putnam North closed it to 8 at halftime, but Santa Fe ran off with it in the third period on a 20-4 third period. And they just were not able to get too much closer in the fourth. Manello collects another point. Obi Manello, 6'5" junior. He and Udo both were second-team All-City players a year ago. I'd say it's a pretty safe bet they're first team this year. And, of course, Santa Fe and their girls making it to the state tournament as well in 6A. I believe they're the only school in 6A to bring both the boys and the girls to the state tournament this year. Deji Kareem with his first points of the contest.
See how low he stays and just can dribble through traffic.
Nice job by Hardacre.
Just want to be solid with the ball, knock down some free throws, and get away with the win.
Well, we talked about Putnam North and their struggle this year. I mean, 18-7 and lost to some good teams. You look at what Santa Fe did this year in the Bishop McGinnis tournament, a very strong tournament that had 5 state-ranked teams in it. I mean, those are the kind of prestigious tournaments that you play in January, and it doesn't do anything but help you once you get to these kind of tournaments.
Yeah, it prepares you. You level of competition, and you get in close games, and you get used to playing that tough competition and work on your execution, and you just want to continue to try to build up. You can take some lumps early in the season, but you want to get better, have a chance to win a state championship.
When you look at the Tournament of Champions, which you talked about with this Santa Fe team here, the Tournament of Champions was no exception. You had Bartlesville, Santa Fe, and you had Oklahoma Christian, who won today in 3A boys action, number 2 team in the state. And those small schools, when they face the bigger teams, it helps them once they get to the state tournament.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It makes a big difference. I remember a couple times we played in Tournament of Champions, got beat by the Edmond pretty good, and was able to go on to what we call the big house up in Oklahoma City and win a couple of state championships there. So the level of competition definitely prepares you.
And a timeout has to be called here by J.M. Palovic, who's just checked in, the 5'10" senior for Santa Fe, who's played in 21 of the 27 games for the Wolves.
I believe he lost the contact. And there he was having trouble. He took a hit and was fumbling around like he lost his contact.
We talked about the Wolves this year, 4-3 against state tournament teams, and it's paid off tonight. Only their second tournament appearance. They made state last year and lost in the first round to Broken Arrow. Coach Hardacre with a smile on his face. He can sense this. He gets to play another day here at the Mabee Center tomorrow. So we'll wind down the final seconds of this game. And Edmond Santa Fe will run their record to 23-4 with a convincing and a surprising 23-point verdict over number 4 ranked Putnam City North, who had won 14 of their last 16. And were considered maybe the favorite because Putnam North were area champions. They came in really as a higher seed. But Santa Fe prevails tonight 73-50 and got some big numbers from some big guys, including Manello, Udo, Johnny Young off the bench. And they will play tomorrow night in a 6A semifinal. For Rod Thompson, Don King, we'll come back to the Mabee Center with another game. But first, let's head back to the Cox studio with Ford Championship Madness on Cox.